Hello and welcome. You're listening to RI Talks, the podcast by Recycling International. In RI Talks, we spotlight people and trends in global recycling. My name is Martijn Rijntjes. I'm chief editor of Recycling International. And today we chat with Thomas Franken. And Thomas Franken is project director at K2025, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, plastics industry trade shows in the world. Welcome, Thomas. Glad to have you on the show. And with only a couple of months to go, it's countdown to K25. And I can imagine that, especially for a project director and your team, it's quite busy. What makes setting up a big show like this so exciting for you?
Hi, Martin, and hello to everyone, and thank you very much for having me today. Yeah, you're totally right. It's just a couple of months to go, and then K will be happening again, and the edition in 2025. And as you know, it's a 3-year event, and that already makes it a little bit special here for us. So we are always really excited if we're getting closer to the show because we only have the chance to show what's happening here in our fairground every 3 years for K. And for that reason, we are really excited to see the show, yeah, coming closer, and that even like the construction is starting soon. And just to give you an idea, K in Düsseldorf is also for us very special here because it's one of the, as you just mentioned, biggest events for the industry and also here from Messe Düsseldorf, because if this is a really massive event for us, and we are very using, like, all the departments are involved for this show because we are using the entire venue for us. So that means for K, we are not using all the exhibition halls inside. For K, we are also even using all the open fairground where we can also place some of our exhibitors with
Mhm.
some extra and additional buildings. Some of them are coming with really buildings they are constructing, or even some tents in the outer area. So you can imagine if we occupy the full exhibition ground, that by the logistics and even the
Mhm.
traffic, everything is at the limit. And that's why everyone is really excited, because all the departments are included and helping us to make this show happening here in
Yeah.
Düsseldorf in October
Mm.
this year.
You're full time busy with K25
Yes,
right now.
yes.
What is your normal working day for you look like these weeks or these months?
This week, so we are like, during the last few months, we did the preparations with our exhibitors to place them in the halls, to put the applications in the system. But the big thing is to put the big puzzle of the show all together, to talk to our exhibitors, because for some shows, it's not really important how the sizes of the booths are. But for K, it's very important that we talk to each customer. If they bring a machine, for example, and we place them somewhere and give them the space, they sometimes tell us, well, it's nice, the square meter figure is okay, but the size is not okay for us because
Okay.
we have a big machine and we need more wide or more deep or whatever. And this is like something we did during the last few months. We sent out the allocations to everyone beginning of the year, and now we are going into the details. And this is something we're doing during the last few weeks and days with our exhibitors, where we really talk about the details and see if they have special needs, if they need some electric and whatever.
Yeah, I want to talk about facts and figures and square meters and so on. Uh, tell us some facts and figures about this year's edition. The number of stands, the size of the trade show floor, the number of visitors expected, the amount of food and beverage. I can imagine is huge.
Yes, you're right. So let us start with the floor plan, because and the size of the show, because this is something that you compare it with other shows, which is also showing the dimensions of K, that it is a massive show. So altogether, we have an exhibition space of almost 180,000 square meters net exhibition space. And just to give you an idea, it's about the same size of 25 football pitches placed all together, just full of innovations for plastics and rubber. And this, just give you an idea that there's a lot to see during the show. And this is not a show which you can maybe just run in one day. So at least if you come to visit the show, you need to, might get an overview at one day. But if you want to see some more details and talk to some of the exhibitors, I would say and recommend that you at least plan to stay for 2 or 3 days to see everything you want to see, and
Mhm.
even to plan your trip.
Yeah.
By numbers of exhibitors, we for the last edition we welcomed 3,025 exhibitors, which was kind of special for us because it was a post-Corona edition in 2022. So we are very happy that for this year we are already touching the 3,200 exhibitors which applied and which are placed on the floor plan so far. And yeah, if you look into the nations or countries our exhibitors are coming from, you see that they are coming from 60 nations. And yeah, if you look into the internationality of the show, you see that more than 70% of our exhibitors are from abroad. So here you also see that K is not only just a big show, it's also one, yeah, or the most international show of its kind.
You're listening to RI Talks, the podcast of Recycling International. For more updates on global recycling, visit recyclinginternational.com. Thomas, are there any facts and figures on logistics?
Yes. Yeah, next to the figures I already provided for the floor plan and exhibitor numbers, just to give you an idea, during the setup, we have more than 17,000 trucks getting or rolling into the fairground during construction time of 2 weeks. And yeah, more than 2,400 of these trucks are heavy trucks with more than 7.5 tons. And that you see that this show is very special because they bring all the heavy exhibits also here, and it takes a lot of time to build this up. And yeah, to provide some more figures from the technical side, we have more than 4,200 electrical connections for the machines for our exhibitors. And looking to the water connections, we have more than 1,600 connection points. And to have the security also on the booths, we do install more than 2,400 water sprinklers as well. So you see, there are a lot of extra installations in the halls to provide a proper show that all the machines are running and that they can even demonstrate live how they work and what they produce. So it's a massive show.
And well, looking at trends, what are the biggest trends to look out for at this year's edition?
So normally, if you talk about trends in the industry, we always set up somehow some hot topics for the show together with our exhibitors advisory board. So we see what are the trends, what are the hot topics for the industry. And for this year, we framed all the hot topics under one theme, which is the power of plastics, green, smart, and responsible. And green stands for the most important topic of the industry at the moment, which is shaping the circular economy. And smart stands for the topic of digitalization and also using artificial intelligence. But we also decided to use the topic of responsible, where it's all about caring about people and showing that the industry is taking more and more responsibility or social responsibility as well, but also that the industry is suffering under skilled labor shortage as well. So this is also a topic we would like to address during the show, and we do offering some specials, especially for showing that there are a lot of career opportunities in the industry, and also to attract some young talents as well.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned AI, artificial intelligence. Innovation is crucial to the industry. Can you give us an exclusive steer on one or two lift innovations to be unveiled in Düsseldorf this year?
Yes. So first of all, this is a very tough question for us because even we sometimes do not really know what our exhibitors will present during the show. It's sometimes their best kept secrets. Just to give you an idea, even during the construction and setup of the show, some of our exhibitors are using curtains around the booths to not even show before the show or to the competitors what they will present on the first day of the show. So because they're also having some world premieres. But touching the topics, I'm pretty sure that we can expect to see a lot of new digital solutions, especially for the machinery exhibitors. And if you talk about the circular economy topic, I'm quite sure that we also will see a lot of new innovative materials, also recycled materials in new applications if we come to the exhibitors from the producers.
Yeah, circularity, you mentioned already a bit, has been the buzzword for some years now on every trade show in plastics, recycling. Um, so, how will this continue to be reflected on K25?
Yeah. The circular economy is one of the big trends, and it's one of the most important topics for the industry. Looking back for the last K editions, I remember that in K16, the most important topic was still the Industry 4.0, and that the circularity was just emerging at that time. By K 2019, it already became one of our main themes for the show. We also had our first special areas, but the real boost for this topic came during the last edition at K 2022, where we had for the first time a big open forum in the outdoor area just related to the circular economy topics, where we for the first time also presented to the audience, uh, to everyone who's coming here, that they could experience the circular economy steps in each pavilion. So from sorting, from shredding material, from reprocessing, to also producing new products out of
Mm-hmm.
recyclate. And
Mm-hmm.
this is shows how important this topic is, because more and more exhibitors are also having solutions for circular economy and the recycling. And for that reason, there was this kind of highlight also for the last edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really happy that we have again this kind of big forum for the 25 edition October this year again.
You're listening to RI Talks, the podcast of Recycling International. For more updates on global recycling, visit recyclinginternational.com. Yeah, well, that's all good news, of course, and there's many good news stories I can imagine coming from the trade show floor. At the same time, um, yeah, well, we've seen the European and global plastics recycling sector being challenged by tough market conditions right now. So we're seeing that. How does this affect your show? How does it affect K25?
First of all, all these things worldwide affect our show every time. But if you talk especially to the recyclers, we know that the recycling sector is under pressure at the moment. There are economic slowdowns, and there are volatile raw material prices, and especially there are low virgin material costs. And this is putting a lot of pressure, especially for the recyclers, to show that even their products and solutions are compatible with all the other things.
Hmm.
And I think the most important thing is that are telling us, especially the exhibitors and the industry, that they have that they need at least some dialogue with policymakers to look for or to create some framework conditions which are making the recycling products also compatible with the virgin material. And that's where we also trying to put something on the show and set up a special forum or area where we invite especially these policymakers to get into dialogue with the industry, but then after the discussion also get directly to the booths and show them what kind of products they have. And that's why that K will also provide exactly this kind of platform for not only the industry talking to the specialists and industry people. They
Hmm.
also want to invite everyone from governments and policymakers also to join and show what's already possible today.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, finally, Thomas, um, why should professionals in the wider plastics industry go to Düsseldorf from 8 to 15 October to attend your show, to attend K25?
Yeah. First of all, because K is still and is the global number one trade fair for everyone who's working in the industry, and it's the place where the entire value chain comes together every 3 years to set the course for the future altogether. Compared with some other shows, K is special because here you get a comprehensive and international and innovation driven platform where you can discover world premieres. Because we
Hmm.
know from our exhibitors, if they are preparing for K or if they're preparing some new highlights and innovations, they're always waiting for K to present it to the world and then bring it to all the other markets. Because
Hmm.
K is the most international show of its kind. And here you really see all the new things and the new innovations and product highlights. And for that reason, if you work or if you care about plastics, I think you need to be in Düsseldorf in October this year. And that's why I'm really inviting everyone to join us here in Düsseldorf in October from 8 to 15s to be part of the future and to set the future all together with all the other industry leaders.
Well, that's very good. Thanks for that. And one more thing, because I know Düsseldorf and I like the city. It's a nice place. But apart from from business at the K show, people should come there to do business and to learn and to get inspired. But after working hours, right? When the messe is closed,
Yes.
give us one tip. What should they do at night?
You always have to go to the city center and to the old town because we have there some nice breweries, and we do have this kind of special old beer here in Düsseldorf, which is like you don't get it somewhere else in Germany. I think you have to like it, but I think you can really spend nice evenings in the old part of old town of Düsseldorf, and this is really something I would recommend even to do it after the trade show. If you meet with customers or with your team and then spend a nice evening, it's always worth to go there, and it's a nice atmosphere there because you have these old buildings and you're very close to the Rhine River, so this is kind of a special atmosphere there even during the night and after the show.
Well, that's great. That's great, and I agree. It's a great place to come.
Yeah.
So, Thomas Franken, thank you very much for the chat and to learn more about K25. Recycling International will be there for sure, and I wish you the best of luck with the organization, with your team for the coming month, and see you in Düsseldorf. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me, and looking forward to see you in Düsseldorf in October.
You're listening to RI Talks, the podcast of Recycling International. For more updates on global recycling, visit recyclinginternational.com.